Welcome to Move, Elevate, Thrive, a podcast sponsored by the Pilates Center of Austin.
We're here to unveil the superpower you didn't know you have. All right, welcome back to another episode of Move, Elevate, Thrive. We're going to go over just the whole year and like what we experienced and just how amazing it's been, and just so thankful. Thankful to the audience, thankful to our clients and how much it's grown.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's just start off beginning of this year. What?
Yeah. I'll say, I mean, first and foremost, I'm so thankful for you listeners for subscribing and listening to our podcast. We're so thankful for you. But I can't tell you how much joy I've had just to work with you, Mel, to have you in the studio, to be able to talk about MFR and movement and how you're seeing clients transition, and I mean that's been tremendous. But to go back even like before that, we started the year going through massage school,
right?
Getting that done, and we got it done, and thankful for that. And then we did the MFR training, and I was in January when I went to Florida, but then you joined. We went to Sedona.
Yeah, in March.
And that was we did 2 trainings there: MFR 1, MFR 2.
Yeah. And
we got to be with John Barnes. So when I did a lot of my training last year,
right,
I did a lot of seminars. None of them with John Barnes.
Yeah.
So my first experience was with you.
That's awesome.
In Sedona.
Yeah.
And so, like, to be able to be with him and his presence, and even though, like, 86, right? And he's leading, what was how many? 100? Yeah.
50 almost?
I mean, and he could hold the crowd.
Yeah.
He could hold it, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, everybody, of course, he's been doing this for so long, so we're in one way enamored, but still, you still have to hone in 150 people and get them into, like, the groove. And one of the principles that we can talk about. I want to hear what you think too, but I'd love to I'll say the way he kept presencing us and bringing us back to who you're with and how you're with that person.
Exactly.
And how you hone in and feel where that person is on the table. At
that moment, on that day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It makes all the difference in the world. Oh, just because I know I will forget. We got this great picture with John, and I mean it was amazing. I'm so thankful. We should preface this to say he did pass away.
He did pass away last week.
Right, last Friday.
Yeah, last Friday. But and in the community, that's a pretty big loss in the MFR community.
Absolutely.
But what Dad was saying was that like his goal was to keep everyone grounded and just push the word of MFR. That was his true calling and what he really wanted, and now I know that's what he still wants, and he still wants us to continue spreading that message and keeping that.
I mean, look at him. He's like you think he's just it's just this old man in a chair, but no, his presence, his like how he spoke, how he addressed the crowd, how he listened to every question that came up, and some that he didn't like. We could tell stories about that, right?
But going back to like keeping all of us grounded in that room, there was 150 people there, and I remember specifically this one point. We had all gone back to the tables. We sit in the front by the stage, and in the back is just that crowd of massage tables, like all packed in like sardines.
Right.
And there's 150 people, so naturally conversation's going to start. When you're in a crowd, you just hear it growing and growing and growing and growing, because then this person feels okay to talk. And then you hear, we're about to do a move, and then you hear from the stage, quiet. And the whole room went quiet. And he's like, if you're talking, you're not listening. You're not listening to the person on the table in front of you.
Yeah.
And just kind of bouncing off what you said earlier, but like, and just his agenda is don't go into the room with an agenda.
Yeah.
Don't go into the treatment room with an agenda.
Right.
Because you don't know what they're feeling that day. Yes. You could have worked on their QL last week, and then today it's their left hip.
Yeah.
Or in their shoulder or whatever. But you're so focused on, no, we got to get that QL going.
Yes.
And you just get stuck there, and you literally get you and your client stuck in this limbo situation where you're feeling better for a little bit and then going back, feeling better for a little bit, but you're not looking at the whole system.
Right.
And that's why I think it's so important for grounding. What I've noticed for me, though, is like even coming into work, like it starts at home and then the car drive and then when you get here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're like late, frantically trying to get to work, you're not ready to jump into a session.
Mm-hmm.
You need to take a moment, breathe, center yourself.
Yes.
Then you can go see that beautiful person on the table, that system that is asking for help, is asking for your help.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I find that interesting, and
yeah,
and how that's played in.
It's really like actually had me rethink how I want to set up the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Like not just bringing Mafar in as another service, because that's been tremendous, and our clients are just like mad. They love it.
Yeah.
They love it. Not mad, but mad is like they're just so excited.
Yeah.
But also looking at how, you know, teachers run sessions, how we come into the studio, how we hold the space. Like it's all part of it. Like there's nothing is ever separate.
Right.
And just like we talk about the body.
Yeah.
So like the fact that John Barnes had was like a refocusing for me, like to, like on how I see the body, how I sense touch.
Right.
Because I've always been like, I've been teaching for, you know, over 20 years, and so my tendency is to like, okay, that quad is on, you know, turn it off. And so now I'm more like really listening, and not just to that like the leg, the quad, but now like to the system. And then, you know, we had just done another MFR training in November.
Yeah.
And in Dallas, and that was great because that kind of helped me just hear stuff over and over and over again. And now that it had me, my hands are now, they're just different. Like I just go in now, even before I touch them, I'm just feeling the aura, feeling the energy, which I would normally not do that.
Yeah.
Like that's normally not my strong point or strong suit, is to like sense somebody's aura.
Right.
But now I'm like, what's my aura? Or what is that energy over there? And it makes a difference.
It does.
Because then you're like, and you can like, then you can feel, you can touch, you can relate.
Absolutely.
So huge effect.
And like also like a big thing is when you're calm, then it's a lot easier for the other person. If their nervous system is fried and it's on, it's easier for them to calm.
Absolutely.
Whereas if they come in, all right, I want you to fix this, this, and this. You're like, okay, let's do this, this, and this. You're like, no, let's take a breath.
Yes.
Let's breathe. Let's relax.
Yeah.
Because we don't realize how much they're holding, or we're holding. I don't even realize it sometimes when I'm working on somebody and I'm like tensed. And a lot of things they tell us in the seminars is give yourself as a therapist permission to let go.
Yep.
And I'll do that multiple times throughout the session just to make sure I'm like, oh, there I go. Now I'm relaxed. Oh, wow. Now I'm sinking into them more. It's crazy how like that energy ties in, because like our bodies can sense what's going on, how that's feeling. And that starts at childhood. So
since we're going to recap, because I'm hearing you say all this, and I'm like, I'm thinking from the past 5 years before this. And so like 2025 has been a huge shift for you.
Huge.
I mean, say what, you know, please just dive in a little bit as much as you're comfortable. But, you know, from being a firefighter for 5 years, not really feeling, but saving.
Not at all feeling.
And taking care of people, you know, being rushing here and there. I mean, how did you make that transition?
It was to dive into it deeper, it was the hardest transition of my life. I mean, you know more about it than, and you know, I won't share as much, but it was the roughest. This was probably the roughest year of my life, but it was also the most beneficial and the most healing and the most progress I feel like I've made in my mental and physical well-being. But no, like even. Like, I'll say again, like, when I first got the call, he's like, hey, I'm thinking about putting this new practice into the studio. It's like, sure, I just want to get out of here. And then that thought was going in my head. I'm like, are you just running away from your job and, like, not even going to be focused on what you're doing? But then, like, going through massage school, practicing the clinical hours, and really getting into that space, I was still going through a really rough transition period mentally. And then it still took a few months for myself to go through my own, like, I don't even know how to describe it, but just my big transition, big break, you know, into who I am today. And I mean, even one thing, like I used to literally be stuck out here and I couldn't breathe. Anytime I'd lay down, all of this would be coming up and feel like it's eating my face and throat. And then the more treatment I've gone, the unwindings that I've had, every time I just feel way more connected to my body. And thinking over the past 5 years, I didn't even know myself. Like I didn't even feel the things I feel now. But what's really been amazing is just being with people, being with them in a true and wonderful way.
Mm-hmm.
And then how they receive it, how it affects them is just so beautiful. Whereas in EMS, it's like run in the house, grab them, put them on the stretcher, rush them to the hospital, never, see them again later, 30 minutes later, because nothing is being done. No, there's never true healing. And it was just enforcing that fight or flight response.
Let me just take a one little trail on that.
Yeah.
So we talk about the difference between massage and myofascial release.
Yes.
And going through, the school that we did, we learned the techniques.
Right.
Effleurage,
petrissage, kneading.
Right? And all those, and tapotement, like all those things, like it actually, like if you do it, if you have it done to you, it feels good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it does feel good.
Yeah.
But when I leave the studio or leave that session, the next hour, I'm just back to my normal whatever pattern.
Exactly.
I might sleep good that night,
right.
but the next day, again, I'm back in my pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Myofascial release is not massage.
Yeah.
It is and that's what John always says. It is he says true healthcare.
Yeah.
Because you're listening. You can go back to listening.
Yes.
Being grounded.
Mm-hmm.
We're not just solving a problem. We're looking at a system and creating relationship. That's what Wendy, my mentor, would say for me all the time.
Right.
We're not just teaching Pilates, we're creating relationship. We're moving with how our foot feels the head move, how the ribs rotate through the pelvis. Like it's always in relationship.
Yeah.
And that's why he says true healthcare is when you take the time to listen. And I think you all know, like listeners, you guys know, if you go see a doctor and they spend like 5-10 minutes with you looking at your chart, don't even really glance at you, you don't feel hurt. You don't feel hurt. Mm-hmm. But there are some doctors who now I've heard some of my own clients say, saw this doctor, he spent like an hour with me going over all my stuff.
Wow.
And that's like, I love that.
That's
right?
awesome.
It's not like they're not out there, but that's what's missing in how we, not only the healthcare system, but even for ourselves. We got to own it.
Yes.
We need to own it. And I want to own it for myself. Like when, as we look towards next year, I'm just going to pop this out too. My goal is to do the Cap 10 run that's in the Austin.
Yeah.
In April. In
April, yeah.
And so I got to train for that. so I'm starting to listen to my body. Can I handle that? That's a 5-mile run, I think. 5-mile run. So I have to be ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to do it in this fashion, from what John taught.
Exactly.
From what Wendy taught.
Yeah.
That's why this is it's been a great year to really dive into that.
Absolutely. And what I've noticed is just the slowing down part and listening to yourself is so important, because the whole system has been built around the protocol says you shouldn't be feeling anything, so why I don't know why you are. Mm-hmm. Sorry, don't know what to do for you. But you're feeling something. Yeah. So stop getting so worried about putting a name on it.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Let's just see what's going on. Let's feel the whole system, feel where you're hurting, and let's go there. Follow the symptoms to the root cause.
Exactly.
And that's why I love this work.
I just had a client today who her husband is in pain, has been in pain. They've seen doctors, nothing. The last doctor he just saw said, "There's nothing I can do for you." It's like, what healthcare is that? That's not healthcare.
Yeah.
And all that, or they'll try and throw drugs at people too, right? Or just take the pain away by taking this. That's not healthcare either. No. Again, masking is not taking care.
No.
So that's the other thing. I almost feel like we have a responsibility. I've always had that feeling with Pilates and movement, but now even more so, because now I want to get my hands on everybody.
Yeah.
Because it's we have this, the power is in what it is. It's not even me, right? And John would say that too. Mm-hmm. It's not John.
No.
You guys can go do it, and here's what he said, but it's you listening, and he would say you're in the energetic field. Mm-hmm. You're now listening to something beyond yourselves.
Exactly.
That's powerful.
That's so powerful. And what I always love what he said, we all call him, the master of MFR, but even he said, I am not a healer. I'm not. He said, I am helping their body guide it into where it needs to go.
Yeah.
That's all we're doing, is helping the body know what to do, because the body knows how to heal itself better than we could ever know.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It just needs a little help. It has 2,000 pounds of pressure, holding it down.
Yes.
So, and anyway, It's been so amazing, this transition. This year has also felt like the longest year ever. But
I know, right?
But it's crazy to think that like my first seminar was earlier this year, and I feel like I've learned so much, but I know there's still so much more, and it's exciting every time.
Yeah.
But then we went through school, we finished that finally, got our licenses, and then we started actually being able to practice at the studio, which was amazing. And like they didn't even like, I thought it would take longer, but it but it did.
It's like,
but it did.
It's like, get ready to work.
Yeah, it's been truly a blessing.
So normally, just so I can, if you're maybe not new to how a studio works, anytime you start in any kind of space with Pilates or gyro or even massage, you're not always going to build up a clientele as quickly as Jacob was able to here. Now, there's multiple things that happen here, but I was expecting him to have a good solid 10 easy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's up to like 20 easy. And so now we've done a lot to that. Like if you've been following our podcast, we've been talking about MFR. We've been sharing the work. This studio with Wendy has always been look beyond the movement. Right. And we all want to have the embodied work. And so because we do that, I think our clients were ready for it. But I can't tell. Everybody we touch is amazed. Let me tell you this one story. So I went to go see my mom in Las Cruces about 2 weeks ago just to help her with some things. And a lady that was there let me use her massage. She let me use her massage table. For the week that I was there, and I wanted to pay her, but she didn't want it. So I said, "Well, let me give you a session." Yeah. So I did. I ended up doing like a 2-hour MFR session just because it turned out that way, and she was like hooked.
Yeah,
she is hooked.
That's awesome.
And she's like, "Okay, where do I do this? I'm gonna go." I've known about John Barnes, but I didn't know. So now she's going to go do a session or a seminar in Sedona.
Awesome. Wonderful.
I mean, that's the work.
Yeah.
The work speaks for itself.
It does. And that's why I truly believe in it, because it truly works and people feel it, and now I do want to talk though, sometimes though, like if you may have a client, and like the reason why we talk about grounding so much is because it's so important for you as a person. And like you get home from the day, you're tired, like I don't want to do anything for myself, I want to lay on the couch and watch TV because your body's tired.
Been there.
Right? I've been there. I do it too, and so sometimes like when you can have clients or people that like have so much going on that they don't know how to turn it off, or they don't even know that they are on.
Yes.
Because like, oh no, I'm just ready to go. I'm just go. Have you ever rested though?
Right.
Have you ever taken a moment to? And so sometimes that can mean MFR may not feel as profound to some people, but that's why it's so cool, because then you as a therapist can really go in deep with that person and show them, hey, no, this is relax your body, feel your body. And I like to say, be present in the moment.
Right.
Because we're not all the time. We're not. We're over in the future, but the present is now.
Yeah.
And it's always going away. Yeah. And so how you need to hold on to that moment and treasure it.
So we did an episode on that a couple of weeks ago, right? So our one of the podcasts we talked about being present, what things take us out of being present,
right?
And how do you come back to presence?
And I just want to, like, I can't stress the importance of that. So like, it's so important.
So important.
It's so important because it gets to everything gets to you, and just like the end of the year, end of holidays, you have new resolutions coming up.
Right.
But did you want to talk about like Wendy's visit?
Yes, she's gonna. So when she came in November.
Yeah.
Well, that was that was amazing too. So that's another big thing, and that's big because Michael and Wendy, the previous owners of the studio, I still stay in touch with them. And Wendy, as a master teacher, she's writing a book.
Yeah.
And so she has a book coming out that we'll list a link in our notes in the show
description.
Notes. Description. So you can look at that book, and it'll be out soon. You can already pre-order. But she, she's 78, I believe, and she's like going strong. If you talk about someone who's present, it's Wendy and Michael. They've always been with me on that practice. Now, do I always do it perfectly? Of course not. But watching how she lives life to the full. Like she's gonna write this book. She's gonna go on a book tour. Yeah. She's gonna be here in the studio like next year to like promote it and give some classes, workshops, sign sometimes. I mean, she's still going. She told me she also might be going like Spain, Canada, and what else did she say? Some other country. But or New Orleans, Atlanta, all those different places to promote it. So like, but yes, when she came in November, she was like, she gave this workshop for like 30 people, clients, staff and teachers, and you were there too. And like, it was a ground. Like, it just, how do you ground? How do you pay attention? How do you listen? And we did practices to do that.
Absolutely.
And so important.
And what I took from that, like going and being with John Barnes in March and then seeing Wendy in November, was just such a beautiful like mesh. It fit perfectly. You know, with John, he's all about the grounding, all about centering, and then with Wendy, was able to see that through motion and through movement and how just amazing our bodies are, and like and how it can put itself back in place if you know how to do it. And so that was really cool, just seeing that connection of like, wow, this truly ties in together. Pretty
amazing.
And
that's why I love this place. I mean, I've been the owner for the last 4 years, but I've been kind of the director for the last like 10, really, because that's when Michael and Wendy moved to North Carolina. To carry on that kind of legacy that they developed, because that's really from them. I mean, again, I love it too. Not that I don't, I love it, and I'm going to keep developing that. But Michael and Wendy, I'd absolutely stand on their shoulders, because they're like just the first studio in Austin, the Pilates studio, and they brought this huge presence in.
Absolutely.
And people come to us, they feel so like taken care of.
Absolutely. And I know that you have carried that on. Like, I know I've only been here a few months, but I've seen that. Like, I see that in your clients and the way they love working with you, because they know when they come and see you and they come and see other people here, they're going to be listened to. And that is one of the biggest things for every human being in the world, is to be listened to and heard and understood, and then you understand them even more and more and more. And I think it's been truly awesome, and I think you've carried that in very well. And but the thing is too, like you're saying, like it's a constant process though, you know. It is. And it's a wonderful process.
It is a wonderful process.
Sometimes it's hard, but we get it done. So,
well, the other thing is, so like also, she's not on camera, but we also, Jacob's wife, Hope, she's become a marketing manager at the studio. That's been tremendous. Because like now we get to like do this podcast and we can use letters.
Absolutely.
So with social media, like she has been tremendous to help get the word out to who we are, what we're doing. And I want to do this for years, by the way. So her coming in and helping us with that role has been like,
that's awesome.
Now I can present myself without having to feel like I'm just missing, you know?
Did a good job, babe.
Yeah. So she's doing great. She's right behind it. So, I mean, it's been tremendous. What else? What else would you say about this year?
I mean, really just the huge shift I've felt for myself has been amazing. I love coming to work now. Like, you know, there's still some early mornings like, I don't want to come in. But then, like, now once I get into that session with the person,
I know, right?
It's amazing
every time.
And I'm like, I didn't want to be here, and then now I love being here. I love being with this person. I love what I'm feeling and what they're feeling, and then, you know, when they leave and they're like, oh wow, and they're taller, and you know, it's awesome.
I don't want to go. I love that, and let me just say this, because I feel like you bring up such a important point, especially when we look at like goals. And I saw this one little thing. It's on Instagram. Like, if the people who are the most disciplined are the most free, is what this guy was talking about. And what he meant by that was, like, when you create your life and what you want to accomplish and what you want to do, the more you stay disciplined to continue to see that accomplished, then you feel free, because you're doing what you want to do. You're following your goals.
And you're seeing that progression.
Exactly. And so what often happens is we get in our own way. Because I don't feel like it today. The bed feels better than going running outside, you know. I don't want to handle that situation. I think I'll just go to lunch. I'm talking for myself here. But I think when we give ourselves permission to go through the feelings and and again, listen. So I think it's good to acknowledge that. Like, you want to acknowledge, you know what, I would rather be in bed, but you know what, I have a commitment.
Exactly.
That's something Michael taught me forever. Like, know your commitment. You know, honor what you're saying you want to do. Be present for yourself.
No, I love that. Accepting the thing that you want to do over the thing you should do. That's huge, because you're telling yourself. It's just like that thing we brought up with the guy in the dark room who didn't lose his mind.
Right.
He's telling himself, yeah, I know I'm touching the wall. Yeah, I can feel my feet. He's feeling and accepting himself.
Yes.
And then you can truly go through it. And sometimes the process isn't fun, but then you feel so much more accomplished and better afterward. Mm-hmm. And that's like one of the best feelings ever. Yes. And it's not about chasing a feeling, right? But it's about chasing that, like you're saying, that progression. Yes. Towards a better you.
Yeah. I think that's really what helped us get through that whole massage school and get through the process and even getting the licenses. And but I mean, you know, praise God we did it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So thankful. So thankful. Let's see. There was something else I wanted.
Well, do you want to talk about like some things we would like to do in the new year, and some workshops, some stuff like that?
So one of the things that this is some stuff that's in the works, but we're just talking about it. I'd love to share with y'all. You know, February is the love month. Yeah. So oftentimes we've done in the past where you do like a February 14th like couples massage, but now we're thinking like maybe doing a couples MFR therapy day, so you could learn how to do MFR with your partner.
Because anybody can do MFR.
Anybody can do MFR.
Anybody can do it.
I love that. Like John, that's what John would always say. Like, okay, you've done it, and you know the techniques. Go. Yeah. Help people. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah. Like when I've had clients and like, I don't know, you can feel better than I can. I'm like, no, you. Or you feel you know. Yes. Like anybody can do it. It's just about centering your mind and listening to yourself. Right. And that's why I think that would be so beneficial too for couples to do it together. Yes. Helping each other, and it grows your bond. It grows your bond as a couple and your marriage. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look forward to that. Yeah. We'll be putting out some information soon about that. Come to the studio. Spaces will be limited, but we'd love to have you come. Yeah. I'm also looking at how we continue to grow the MFR practice that we have here. You certainly are busy. I maybe bring another practitioner. Yeah. You know, we're at the point now where I need more space in the studio, so we may end up expanding in this location if that's, you know, if God willing, we'll see. Or we might expand somewhere north too. Like there's all kinds of things in the works because, again, I almost see it as a mission, like to help people. Absolutely. Right? Because of what we just talked about.
Yes. So. And like, it's interesting, like how, like that mission to help people, like as you go through in public or like in things like that. Sometimes like I can get caught up in like, oh my gosh, I want to help that person. I can see how much pain they're in. And this and that, and like, and it just shows you how important it is because everybody has something. Everybody's hurting. Everybody has something they need to let go. Yes. And so they can be free again. Yep. And it's just what grounds us together because we're all connected. Yep. We're all connected. Absolutely. But it's sometimes it's hard not to get caught up in that. You know, it's like you want to help everybody, and then it's like,
also
do what you have, and you still have more to learn, and like, and that's
So we're looking forward to another training in January.
Yes, I am so excited for that one. It's mobilization.
Myofascial mobilization.
Myofascial mobilization. That'll be amazing. Yeah.
That'll be cool.
And then I plan, to go to more seminars throughout the next year and just keep building my knowledge and have a few more credits under my belt. Yeah. But what's cool about this work is like you can almost teach yourself in a sense, and how you're finding different bodies. Right. You know what I mean?
So let's talk about that for a second, because I know you've shared some things you've kind of like developed, like crafted certain techniques on your own, working with people. I have some techniques that I just play with the people. So John Barnes has a whole like series of techniques, right? For the lumbar, for the pelvis, for the cranium, all that, for pediatrics. I mean, all this. But last session that when we were in Sedona, he said, eventually you end up just treating the body that's in front of you. Right. And it may not necessarily be a technique, but it's going to be you with that person and their fascia. Yeah. And so, like, it doesn't. That's why I say that, because again, the idea is not that you have to go and do all the training. Yes, you should. Yes. Start MFR1, go do that. After that, though, just learn. touch,
practice,
be with people.
Be with people, yes.
Yeah.
That's how you truly learn, because you're developing that sense of touch and that feeling. I mean, I'll just share, like, I showed somebody the other day, like, what I mean by a specific kind of touch. And they may have a different kind of touch, you know, but I just wanted to show them how mine is. And, like, they could tell instantly how different it was compared to something else, you know. Just felt like I was a part of them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's what you're looking for, is because then you're bonded.
Yes.
You're bonded. It was funny, kind of a little off topic. We were watching Avatar last night, and, you know, they bond with, like, their animals, like, that they ride on and stuff like that. I thought that was really interesting, that, like, it's so important.
Yeah.
Like, even in a fake fictional movie, like, they're talking about that bond. And that is between someone and something else, you know?
Yes.
So that's truly amazing there.
It is, because it's like, I think, I truly believe the way God made us was to be in relationship. Like, He didn't make us to be, like, separate. Like, there's a reason why touch is so important.
Yeah.
Why do children want to be hugged?
Yeah.
Why do they want to be held? You know, why do we feel like we're less loved unless someone, like, gives us a hug, touch us on the shoulder, gives us a little accolade, like, hey, you're doing a great job.
Exactly.
Like, no, we're meant to do that for one another.
Yes.
To build each other up, and we need that, and I think, because there's so much to be depressed about in this world.
Yeah.
But to, like, know that you can, like, build yourself with the person next to you and talk about things, enjoy company, and then do some MFR.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, just the Bible verse. I mean, it's true. Like, as iron sharpens iron, so does one man sharpen another. So one person sharpen another person. You know, we help each other. We're designed to help each other.
Yeah.
And not be in so much conflict and.
Right.
And, you know, I sound like one of those, like, peace people, but it's like, no, it's truly meant to be us in synchronicity, working together, helping each other.
Exactly.
And that's one of the things that's been the biggest for me, is realizing what people need.
Yeah.
And because sometimes in my head I have this built-up thing of, like, no, they need this. And if they're not achieving that, what's wrong with you?
Right.
You know, but it's like, this work has taught me the most is listen to them. I know I keep saying listen, but, like, be with them, and don't have this idea in your head of what you think it should be, because it's different for them as it is for you. And so sometimes that can be hard to accept. Yeah. You know, but that's been a real eye opener.
That is a huge eye opener, especially like with Pilates. Like, you always practice. Whoever comes to the door, don't assume I know what their movement is. Yeah. I always just talk to them. What have they done? I always ask what history they've done. Like, if they say they've done, like, gymnastics or swimming, or what was their movement in the past. Right. Or and the recent, you know, past, but also their long time past, because it'll tell me about, you know, how do they enjoy moving? How did they feel enjoyment moving in the past? Yeah. You know, because all that is stored. Yes. Muscle memory is stored. So, like, if someone enjoys roller skating, they haven't done it in years, you know, I can tell you for sure, you get them roller skating and they will be the happiest person alive, because they're going back to something that really fed them, right? Because movement heals. Exactly. And so when you get to know somebody, it's so good to, like, again, ask the questions, be with them, be present. You know, if you're ever looking at starting be a Pilates teacher or MFR therapist, you know, learn from someone who can teach you how to listen. I mean, I think I want to make sure we're saying that loud and clear. Learn from someone who can teach you how to listen. Absolutely. Because the more you spend that time, not only will you develop your craft, you will develop your ability to be with people, as you said. And that's the way you make success. Yeah. You know, it's right there. We have to be people. Yeah, people. Yeah, we're for the people. Yeah.
No, but it really does feel like I've found, like, the true calling, like the mission you're talking about, you know, and just wanting to get it out there as much as I can. And I'm excited for the new year.
Me too.
And what it will bring.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, I'm very, like, you know, as John Barnes has passed, like, one of his favorite songs was Amazing Grace, performed by a metal singer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I forgot about that.
I hope she sent it to me. And it's just amazing. You know, I just love the chaos in it. I love how, like, it's this metal singer singing, but you listen to the words, and it's so powerful. Like, I like to think of it as left brain, right brain. You know, like, not that ones are bad, and you know what I mean, but, like, it's all working together. Yeah. To bring about something beautiful. Absolutely. You know. So yeah, just very grateful for him, for what he I mean, he did change my life completely, and even just his presence will never be forgotten.
Yeah.
You know, I still remember what it felt like to be in the room in Sedona, you know, in that huge room.
Yeah.
But you could feel his presence
Right.
from the stage, like,
Absolutely.
and he even said himself, like, he's always trying to send out love and positivity and calm and grounding.
Yeah.
And you felt that.
I
and
definitely
it was amazing.
felt it. Yes. And I would even say from his, like, so we went to therapy on the rocks,
Yes. Uh-huh.
and I got treatment there, but meeting the people there, everybody that was there was just like so welcoming, so grounded.
Yes, that they all have his mindset
Right.
on what it is, and they all truly believe it. And that
Absolutely.
was just so cool to see that it transferred over from
Yes.
there to there. And even when we went in Dallas, like, it wasn't the same, right? But you could still hear his voice. You're still in the room with a lot of people. You're still feeling that energy,
Right.
and it's still just amazing.
That's why the work will continue. 'Cause
Absolutely.
It transforms people's lives, and they
Yeah.
feel so much more present for it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good recap. I mean, like you said, looking forward to next year.
Yeah.
We're only going to improve on our abilities of helping people and bringing more practitioners in. You know, opening some workshops so people can come and just get a taste of it. If you can't come to the studio consistently, we'll do some workshops and come do
Yeah.
that. You actually, let me say this: you started a class,
Yeah.
a self-treatment myofascial release class,
Mhm.
and people love it. Like,
Absolutely.
I got some great feedback the other day. One of our clients are just like, they just love the flow, how it feels. Like,
Awesome.
it's doing great.
That's good.
So that's new. That's new for us too.
That is new, yeah. And, you know, right now it's a smaller class too, but I have my diehards, you know, that love it and love the flow. And
Yeah.
and what's cool is the reason why I love MFR so much. Sometimes I don't even have an idea of what we're gonna do. I just like, oh, you know what? We're gonna use sandbags today. We're gonna use the tennis balls,
Yeah.
and then they all were like, wow, that was amazing. The time flew by like crazy. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And it just flowed, and it was beautiful.
Self-care is a great thing.
Yes.
And you're doing a great job keeping in that flow.
Well, thank you. They're doing a great job too. They're doing a great job. It's all
Yeah.
of them, you know, centering and grounding and
Yeah.
being with themselves.
Yeah.
And that's what I like telling people too, like giving them the encouragement. You did this.
Right.
You put the effort in
Mm-hmm.
to do that. And it's not to build up their ego. It's to build up their ego about their body, about
yeah.
for themselves, because so many people feel so betrayed
Right.
by their bodies.
Yes.
You know,
Right. Or how it's been treated by themselves or by
Exactly.
others. I mean,
Yeah.
so much trauma.
there's
out
so
there.
so much.
Yeah.
But this is true healing.
True healing.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's been such an amazing year, just like sitting down and talking about it. It's wow. You know, just looking back on all the months and
Well, one thing that, again, started because we pretty much started this podcast this year too.
yeah.
I'm thankful for this.
Yeah.
Because it gives us a chance to, like, share what we're learning, share how we're helping with our clients, share what our clients are giving us as far as feedback. So we want to keep bringing that content to you guys because the life of this studio it's vibrant. I mean, you can feel it.
Mhm.
And so we want to share it so you can hear, you know, how are we bringing healing? How do we help people understand their bodies? How do
Right.
we keep presencing?
Yep.
What are we doing to keep people, you know, moving forward in their life, in their vitality, in their health, and their fitness? You know, it's a great question. Please stay tuned because we got a lot more coming
Yeah,
up.
absolutely. I'm excited for it.
Me too.
Sounds great.
All right.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening in and watching. Look forward to the next podcast, hopefully here in a week and a half or so. But yeah, thanks for joining.
Onward to 2026.
Yeah,
Happy New Year.
go into it strong.